We're taking you into the news right now at the Fox 45 news feed. It is 11 a.m. An Air Force general joins the race for Maryland Senate. We have an exclusive interview with him about his candidacy that you'll see here first on Fox. And Orioles fans gather together to remember a legend. We're going to take you to Camden Yards for Brooks Robinson's memorial. And later today, City Council will vote on Acting Commissioner Worley's confirmation. We have a preview of that vote and why some lawmakers are concerned about how he's handled recent high-profile incidents. Fox 45 News Midday starts right now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us here for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Taylor Stewart. We've got some breaking news this morning. The reward money for the search for Rachel Morin's killer has now increased. The law firm for the family says the reward's now up to $30,000 thanks to an anonymous contributor. Morin was found murdered 2 months ago on a hiking trail in Bel Air. Police later released this surveillance video of someone they believe is the suspect. Now, they don't know who this man is, but police say DNA from a violent assault in Los Angeles earlier this year matches DNA found along the trail in Bel Air. Again, that reward money for information leading to her killer now stands at $30,000. Stick with us as we continue to cover the Rachel Morin investigation. All right, here's a story you'll see first on Fox. Just a few hours ago, Air Force Brigadier General John Dragon Teichert announced his run to replace retiring Senator Ben Cardin. He says Maryland needs more than just another politician. He says the state needs a leader.
And I firmly believe, as a retired general and as a leader, that we don't need politics, we don't need politicians, we need leaders, again, to revive the spirit of America.
Now, General Teichert also believes he's a good leader who needs to focus on issues like education, the economy, and public safety. He says he's willing to work across the aisle to get things done. All right, Camden Yards is opening its gates today for fans to pay respect to former O's legend Brooks Robinson. Mark Clark takes us there to Camden Yards this morning to see how the city is showing love for the Hall of Famer.
Hearts were heavy today in Baltimore at the memorial as we celebrated and recognized the life of Brooks Robinson. I had a chance to talk to the president of the Hall of Fame about his impact.
He means everything, and honestly, he meant so much to the board too, because for more than 30 years he was on the board of the Hall of Fame. He loved Cooperstown. He was an even better person than he was a ball player, and he was a pretty impressive ball player. So I think coming here today to pay our respects is pretty important.
I was thinking, you know, the generation where a player plays his whole career in one city probably won't see much of that anymore. And also, I think his legacy of the way he connected to this city at a time, you know, when you know the racial climate was different. He was somebody that was loved by all of the community. You know, talk to us about how special that is.
Yeah, I think it is very rare when you think about the way free agency has changed the game, that somebody could come in now and do what he did, not just for the game of baseball, but when you think of what Baltimore is as a city. Adam Jones, a famous Baltimore player, talks about how this guy represented it better than anybody. And as you said, he really understood how to bridge the gap from race to age to religion to you name it. He was Baltimore, and it's a tough loss, but he lived a heck of a life.
I'm Mark Clark, Fox 45 Midday.
All right, taking another live look over Camden Yards this morning. Stay with Fox 45 News for continuing coverage as we have Olivia Dans inside Camden Yards for the event. And we're going to have live coverage after that on Fox 45, both here on air and online. Now, the Baltimore City Council votes today on acting BPD Commissioner Richard Worley's confirmation. He's still facing questions about his department's handling of several high-profile incidents, including the manhunt for Jason Billingsley. The murder suspect is behind bars now, but some are questioning why police did not inform the public earlier about his whereabouts. Shannon Lilly has a preview of today's confirmation.
Yeah, we spoke with a former police chief who says the Baltimore Police Department failed the public when they chose to keep quiet about Billingsley days before that murder. And these seeds of doubt all come as Worley will likely soon be officially taking the helm of the Baltimore Police Department. In fact, we want to pull up some information regarding the plan for this evening. At 5 p.m., the full City Council is expected to vote to confirm both Acting Commissioner Worley and Acting Fire Chief James Wallace. This as Worley continues to face scrutiny for his handling of that investigation into Billingsley.
You have a situation where a person has attempted murder of two people in an apartment. He has set the building on fire. That is a clear indication that this person is a threat to the community. I think that's a bridge too far. I think, again, we go back to the fact that this person, obviously from his past history, has shown that he can be a threat.
That was Curtis Clemens, a former chief of police for Gwinnett County, Georgia. He's weighing in on the Baltimore Police Department's decision not to inform the public of the violent encounter happening on Edmondson Avenue days before Pavel Leper's death. According to charging documents, Billingsley raped a woman, slit her throat, and set her and her boyfriend on fire. But no warning to the public, even though court records show Billingsley has a criminal history that involves another sex offense from 2013. Worley, though, is standing by that decision not to inform the public, saying the Edmondson Avenue incident did not seem to be a random act, but a targeted one, and that informing the public could put those victims at risk. Clemens, though, argues that police should have offered protection to that couple while still informing the public. This all comes ahead of Worley's confirmation hearing, again set for this evening. We will have complete coverage both on air and online. Reporting from police headquarters, I'm Shannon Lilly, Fox 45 News, Midday.
All right, let's get over to our top trending stories. Trending number one here, Maryland's Gun Safety Act, known as Senate Bill 1, now in effect. The bill bans legal gun owners from carrying a weapon within 100 feet of public buildings like schools or libraries. But the bill originally included private businesses in that ban, like grocery stores or movie theaters. A judge ruled against that. Now, as long as those businesses do not clearly state that firearms are banned, they will be allowed. This is a small win for opponents who say lawmakers should be going after illegal gun owners.
If we stop targeting regular citizens and go after bad people, then we will start to see a change in the crime fight.
And instead of holding a special session and fixing this, they're just letting this go forward. And there's going to be, again, unintended consequences.
The NRA is also suing the state, arguing Senate Bill 1 is unconstitutional. Trending number two here, a desperate search is underway in New York for a missing 9-year-old girl. Authorities have activated an Amber Alert for Charlotte Sena after she went missing while camping with her family at a lake in Druitt Park Saturday. Now, this is 50 miles north of Albany, New York, and police say after an exhaustive search yesterday, it's possible Charlotte was abducted. They believe she's in imminent danger right now, so anyone with information is urged to contact the New York State Police. Be sure to download your Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, and weather anytime. Just search WBFF in your app store. All right, coming up on Be More Lifestyle, a new study shows that AI can actually worsen workers' performance. Go figure. Why experts warn the tool could be and should be used with caution. Now, California Governor Gavin Newsom named a new senator to finish out Dianne Feinstein's term. Up next, how residents there are reacting. Meantime, in Hawaii, people are starting topping your health headlines, according to the County District Attorney's Office in California, they are bracing right now. They are bracing right now for an overdose in fentanyl. They say it's rocketed this year. The main cause here is the crisis that's killing more people than ever before. Now, according to the Deputy District Attorney, Patrick Hogan, the county is on track to have over 200 fentanyl overdoses and poisoning deaths this year alone.
Months of the year, we were seeing 1 to 3 people every week that were passing away because of overdoses or poisonings. That trend line has gotten worse, and we're now seeing on average 4 to 5 people every week, which is why we think we're going to surpass last year's numbers, making this a record year for overdoses. It is, to say the least, devastating.
Officials recommend having Narcan available to help reduce these deaths. If you're struggling with addiction, remember that help is available. Meanwhile, new research says seniors can improve their health by adding a few more steps to their day. Now, a study just published in the Journal of Cardiovascular Development and Disease says adding 3,000 steps a day can lower your blood pressure significantly. By increasing to 7,000 steps, your systolic blood pressure drops 7 points and diastolic blood pressure 4 points. Some researchers say those drops equal lower risk for premature death, heart-related causes, and stroke. All right, coming up tonight at 4, the man accused of shooting and killing an off-duty Howard County deputy appears in court today. We're going to bring you the latest developments. And Baltimore City Council set to vote on the confirmation of acting police commissioner Richard Worley, the hurdles he still faces. Plus, as the city continues to deal with the ongoing crime crisis, we're looking ahead to the race for mayor in 2024. We press Mayor Scott on the state of the city. And you can get your Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or your Echo device. We deliver your local headlines and your forecasts in less than 2 minutes. You can go ahead and tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. All right, look at this. Today, the talking point, the Beehive, they're buzzing. This is after Beyonce announced they will get to see more of her smash hit Renaissance tour in theaters. She just released a full trailer of the upcoming concert titled Renaissance, a film by Beyonce. The film will give a behind-the-scenes look at the making of the tour and the visual elements of it and a documentary style of the Renaissance album. It sounds like lemonade. It premieres at AMC Theaters on December 1st. Pre-sale tickets are already available. All right, Mark Clark, Be More Lifestyle host. You've got a daughter, so this is gonna cost you something. 3 of them.
So yeah, and me. What are you talking about? I'm going. I'm going.
Of course you are. How could I forget?
That's right. We going. I'm gonna get my silver on. This is the best. Hey, if you can't afford the tickets, go to the movie. What a brilliant idea. I'm surprised that Taylor Swift is not also doing it. I think these are moments in history, right? These two tours, I think, are making history. So why not have 2 movies?
These women are just taking over the music industry. I mean, apparently at the NFL and now the theaters. So I'm definitely getting a ticket. If you got some room with your daughters, just throw me in the trunk.
I was gonna say, I got you. You know, I throw you along.
Yeah.
Come on along.
All right.
Come on, Uncle Mark.
I will. All right. Thanks, Uncle Mark. We're going to see Renaissance in theaters.
That's right. Well, Silver.
So right now, though, thankfully, we're off to a mild morning. It's sunny outside. It's a bit cooler than yesterday. But what's in store for the rest of your week? Meteorologist White Everhart is here to let us know.
Yeah, we're talking about a beautiful blue sky day across not just Baltimore here in the Inner Harbor, but really across the entire state, across the entire mid-Atlantic. You have to get way up into northern New England to find any cloud cover. There's a little smoke on the Canadian border, but none of that for us today. We're going to continue to see just fantastic conditions here. Our overall pattern here showing the numbers warming up nicely through the day as we start in the 70s, but we push up easily to 80 degrees this afternoon and not really feeling much like October at all as we see temperatures probably into the low and mid 80s around the city today. So great day to get outside, do that yard work, do the task around the house and the yard that you haven't gotten to yet. This day and the next several days are going to be the time to do it. 82 or so by 4 o'clock today. Keep the sunglasses handy all day long. I think just a few fair weather clouds coming in this afternoon. Overall, picturesque weather. Not very October-like, that's for sure, but not record-breaking. Just, unseasonably warm for the next several days. A fantastic start to the week. If you're a summer weather fan, you get get a few extra days here. But if you're a fall weather fan, don't worry. Our next cool blast is already on the way, set to arrive Friday night into Saturday. In the meantime, double-barreled high pressure in control up and down the East Coast. I call it the anti-weather maker because it really prevents any weather other than sunshine and unseasonably warm temps. Some large waves off the Maryland coast. That's really the only kind of local weather to speak of that's fairly active. The Atlantic fairly churned up from that low pressure area, still churning offshore, and there is still some action in the tropics down there with Philippe. But overall, this storm set to track out to sea and not really have much of an impact here at all on the East Coast. So here's that 7-day forecast. Temperatures trending nicely through the midweek into the 80-degree plus range, and then cooler weather on tap, even some showers for you fall weather fans by the weekend. We'll head back to you.
All right, Marylanders have a big reason to brag this morning. Up next, find out which city was voted the best place in America for women. And a popular afternoon snack is biting back into your paycheck. Why Girl Scouts are raising more money for their cookies. And then after this, tonight we've got Fox 45 News at 10 and 11 o'clock, late edition. Stick with Fox 45 News as we continue to update you on everything happening here, all local, all day. Stay for that. All right, do not miss this, Columbia. Residents there, you guys have a lot of reasons to brag this morning. A new study claims Columbia, Maryland is the best city in America for women. The Wallet Hub survey took into account 15 key indicators of living standards for women. When taking a look at economic and social well-being, Columbia ranks 6th. When it comes to healthcare and safety, it comes in 14th place, but overall, that puts Columbia in the #1 spot. Now, Baltimore ranked a lot lower, 107 out of 182 cities. Oh, love my city, though. Meanwhile, another study claims Frederick is among one of the happiest places to live in America. The list made by OutsideOnline.com highlights its location being only an hour away from Baltimore and D.C., right in the middle. Other strong elements of the city include outdoor exploration, activities, public education, and the traffic there. Traffic reports say the roads need to be addressed. All right, it's time for your lunch break. If Girl Scout cookies are a snacking staple for you, you might find out they're taking a bite out of your paycheck. Reporters say that beloved cookie that is helping out young scouts while learning their civics engagement have gone up in price. Many flavors like Thin Mints, Samoas, and other treats could reach $6 for a box. That's up about $5 from last year. Inflation is raising the cost of the ingredients and the production, but some local scout councils may try to do without price raises. That's all we have for you here for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle's up next. Mark Clark, back to tell us what you guys are working on.
All right, Taylor, up next on Be More Lifestyle, one pop star's love story has fans excited. How fans reacting to Taylor's appearance at last night's Chief game. We'll tell you about it coming up next.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
Hey, what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here along with stylist Taylor Malik Minor. Yes.
Oh, hello.
Oh, good morning, everybody. Let me tell you right now, okay? There wasn't a blank space in the stands last night after Taylor Swift was spotted at last night's Jets game. The Grammy Award winner showed up to Sunday Night Football again to cheer on Travis Kelce and the Chiefs in New York, and Swifties are celebrating, but some even saying her appearances have made them want to watch football. So, okay. So, all right. So, Malik, you know how this thing works. You know, you're in the fashion, these celebrities. Is this, are they for real, or is this, are they just doing this for
No, they just want to see Taylor Swift on screen.
Is that it?
It's just hoping to see one
It's
of
like,
those.
woo!
Yeah, it's one of those. That's all it is.
Did people buy tickets, Lady T, because they knew she was going to be there? Is this really like...
Of course. Listen, no one cared about football until Taylor Swift got in that VIP box, okay? It's basically become Taylor Swift Eras Tour football edition. That's what it is, okay? Coming to a TV screen nearest you.
Is the relationship real? We keep going back and forth on this. Is it real or just publicity?
I mean, it looks like it's real. Honestly, he's probably the hottest guy she's had for a while, so I'm definitely for this, okay? Right. We talked about it in the tea. I'm okay with this relationship.
Now, Malik, you're a fashion expert. Are you okay? He went from being like hip-hop to like country in his style.
Oh, wait a minute now.
It worked out for him, though. And also, let's think.
Is it tied to her?
Well, what I'm going to say.
No, she's versatile.
This next Swift album.
Okay, we'll see.
Let's get you the Eras first.
Are you team Davis, or do you want the NFL to focus more on football? Vote on our website, fox45.com.
What? Is that a real question?
When you get to the website, make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. Now, you know how at the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks, okay?
Yeah.
The USDA is considering a possible ban on flavored milk in elementary schools and middle schools that includes chocolate and strawberry. They hope it will reduce how much sugar kids have in school. Nutritionists say that chocolate milk contributes to obesity due to its sugar content, but that it can be a good source of calcium, vitamin D, and fiber. This has always been a problem. Why? Chocolate milk for kids? Come on, y'all. Now, the only people that drank vanilla milk were the cornballs, but I'm just saying. That was healthier, though. They're living longer.
It's true. Yeah, you look like...
So you are a chocolate milker?
One of the only reasons I went to school was to get chocolate milk, man.
And then they had...
That was the only reason.
Did your school also...
Although there were studies, there was really chocolate milk there.
Did your school also have the cinnamon toast at school? Did y'all have that?
Yes, it was delicious.
So sugar and sugar and sugar, and then send the cake, go to class.
Yeah, because you need the energy to be in class and not fall asleep. It was like, yeah,
we need that energy.
I wasn't awake unless I had the breakfast, the lunch.
It's a crunch, apple juice.
First of all, it was a 3-course meal at school, okay? The chocolate milk, the French toast in the morning, but then you had mozzarella sticks later on in the day, and some old pizza. It don't matter, yeah, some old pizza.
That's all we were here.
It was always expired milk. It was always expired milk, but it tastes really great. Gave it a little extra tang to it. It gave it a little extra tang to it. Oh, you know what I mean?
Okay, a new study shows that workers who use ChatGPT may perform more poorly. Some workers take what AI says at face value and don't bother to check for mistakes. It did, however, make workers more productive. Though the results were often riddled with errors, experts warn workers to be mindful when using AI, especially for work-related activities. That is so American. Like, okay, ChatGPT, write a proposal for this business, and then good night. I'm going to dinner.
You see,
I mean,
you always have to check back that work. See,
yes.
I'm gonna take y'all back to a movie that was amazing, Hidden Figures. Remember when Taraji's the person she was acting as.
Yes.
Remember they had to bring her back because technology messed it up, and the dude was like, the astronaut was like, no, bring her back so that we can
listen.
I be knowing my history, y'all. I'm like Cardi B. I'll surprise you with some history every once in a while. But see, you have to double check the work. You gotta double check the work. You can't just trust them. It's too early in AI technology at this point.
Well, thank you, Lady T.
I know, right? Oh my God, it was like a mind-blowing moment.
Now, look, okay. So Malik, you actually are training as a tailor.
Yes.
Is AI drifting off into that field?
Not just yet, not to my knowledge, but I think we will be seeing some companies start to use that as like a quick fix to, oh, you're this tall, you're this.
So the guys,
seen that
I mean, because all the tailors are like 85 years old.
They are,
And
but they're the best ones.
They always seem to be in
And
this
their hands
area.
are still steady. I mean, they're the best
Lady T,
ones,
they always
though.
seem to be in this area.
They do.
when
They always are like, can you lift this up? And I'm like, wait a minute, back up a little bit.
Your relationship with your tailor is a very intimate.
It's private.
It's very like this.
That's true.
I go to the same one, yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
Lady T, well, thank you so much. Malik, we'll see you later in the show. AARP wants to keep you
Bye, you
healthy,
guys.
and they have a fun way to help you get your exercise. Up next, we'll have an inside look at a Walk Maryland Day event coming up. And if you're scared of heights,
That's me.
want to keep your ceiling fan clean, we got just the thing for you coming up on America's Steals and Deals. Stick around. Great show on the way.
Rotate, spray some Windex.
Was that it? Okay.
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
If you're fed up with dirt and grime on your ceiling, but worry about falling off a ladder while cleaning it, your solution is here. Nick Calderon is here to share a simple way to clean the blades off with your feet safely on the ground. Here's America's Steals and Deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Knocking.
I don't like to clean. There, I said it. Do you feel like you're cleaning constantly and somehow there's still dust everywhere? I live in the desert and everything is dusty all the time. It's just part of life. Well, that dust could be hiding and raining down from one of those hard to reach areas like your ceiling fan. You know it's dusty up there, but it's always such a hassle to clean. Problem solved. This is the Blade Made. It's specially designed to remove dust from those tricky areas like your ceiling fan. The cleaning head is uniquely crafted to capture dirt and dust from all sides of your blades all at once. It makes it kind of fun. Trapping debris in its microfiber, machine washable pads so it's not getting all over the rest of your house, making you have to clean again. And watch this. The telescoping handle makes ladders virtually unnecessary. Plus, if you don't have a ceiling fan, you can still use the Blade Made because the head transforms to a pad that you can clean vents and baseboards and other hard to reach nooks and crannies. Last week, I was up on a ladder in my living room hoping not to break my neck, trying to knock down spider webs and dust. It was a pain. I wish I had one of these at the time. Right now, we're offering 30% off the Blade Made. Head to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by AARP Maryland.
Walking is the official exercise of Maryland, and Walk Maryland Day is just around the corner. Volunteer David Conway from AARP Maryland is here to tell us more about the occasion. David, welcome. How you doing, my friend?
I am very glad to be here, Mark. Thanks.
So, David, why walking?
Because walking is the most popular exercise in the world, and it is the official exercise for the state of Maryland.
I love it. How do you get so passionate about walking?
You know, it's interesting because I have been active my whole life. I was athletic. I've always been active. But I think it was my 98-year-old mother who inspired me because she has been, she still drives, lives by herself. And is very, very active. And she's always said that the key to her longevity is movement.
So
and I
true.
went, well, you know, that makes all the sense in the world.
So tell us what happens on Walk Maryland Day.
Well, actually, you have communities throughout the state who sponsor walks. Walk Maryland Day actually, was established by the legislature in 2008. And it was corresponding with Walk to School Day. And so you have communities all over the state who have walking events that are planned for this time of the year. But about, I would venture to say 9 years ago, Maryland Department of Transportation, Department of Health decided to start promoting Walk Maryland Day and getting partners and others involved in actually drawing attention to the day and drawing attention to the benefits associated with walking. And there are many.
You know, David, I think your mother has something, and so does Walk Maryland, because I saw experts say that walking is the most important exercise. Not running, not anything else, but walking. And so you're on to something.
It is low impact.
Low impact.
Okay.
That's right.
Absolutely right.
Any age. So tell us, how can people get signed up, find out more information, and participate?
There's a lot of information available online. You can literally go to the Maryland Department of Health's website, and you can go to the Maryland Department of Transportation's website. You can type in Walktober, you can type in Walk Maryland Day 2023 in your Google machine, and you will get all the information. And what's interesting is there are opportunities to register as a soulmate, S-O-L-E.
A soulmate, I'm with you. Okay, I love it.
And the soulmates can identify specific walks that they want to be a part of, and that you can identify, you can register as a walk leader. Okay, and a walk leader can literally pick out areas that they could, organize a safe walk. And when you register, you can actually be paired. The soulmates can be paired with a walk leader in their specific area, and they can be a part of an organized walk that way. Or they can actually just, get a few of their friends together and decide that they want to walk the neighborhood or go to a nice park.
All right, man. Well, thank you so much for joining us, man. Great cause, great information.
Absolutely.
All right, now. Coming up, an event that celebrates young creatives in Baltimore you won't want to miss. Malik Minor joins us live to talk about it. And it's Life Insurance Awareness Month. Prudential has everything you need to know after the break.
This is Be More Lifestyle.
Malik Minor is actually leading the movement of young creatives in Baltimore and has an event that will bring them together. He joins us now with more at that event and what it means to be an artist around the city. Malik, welcome. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So I got a good question for you. Okay, now I know you always dress sharply. You work closely with Christopher Schaefer Clothiers. Talk to us about the power of being well-dressed.
As a young guy myself, I'm 25 years old. Being well-dressed always made people take me seriously. I never had to prove myself when I walked into a room because my clothes proved it for me. So that was always my number one thing, was always make sure I look my best, and then from there on, I just gotta show up and act.
That's so funny, because when I first met you, I thought you were like 40 years old. I'm like, who's this guy?
Yeah, I looked this way since I was like 9.
Since you were 9. Sign these insurance papers. I'm 9. Okay, so let's talk about the young creatives now. First of all, tell us about what it means to be a young creative, but also the event that's coming up.
So what it means to be a young creative, you're young, you're trying to make something happen that maybe doesn't exist yet. You're trying to create something that you haven't seen before. That's what this event is all about. It's about creating a space that cultivates and creates conversation for young people in the city to come together and build a network. That's really what I'm trying to do. Always here in this city, small to more, small to more. It's not a bad thing if everybody knows who you are and you got a good reputation. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm really trying to start, is build a network for young people in this city.
I love what you said, man, because I think we're in a generation that is so real, like things from AI to whatever new technology that just got dropped 2 days ago. We were talking off the air. In a couple of years, it'll be over, but right now, it's important, and like you say, for the young creatives. So tell us about the event.
So this event is going to be tomorrow, actually, October 3rd, from 6 to 9 at Christopher Schaefer Clothier. It's free food, free drinks. All we really want to do is bring as many people together to network and meet each other. We want to create a conversation of openness about creativity. We want people to talk about their hardships being a creative, their wins being a creative, and I want people to come together and be able to learn from each other. And also have a guy to call when they all of a sudden maybe need someone who makes a jacket like me, or they need someone who can build a shelf, or everything around here. You have to know a guy that does that thing. That makes your life so much easier. So knowing a guy always helps. So that's what we're trying to create.
Is it for young and old creatives?
So young creatives eventually always
I'm asking for someone.
Creatives, of course. So young creatives eventually turn to old creatives. Young can't learn from the young, the old have to teach us. So we always invite the old to come, show us the ropes, show us how you got where you are, and allow us to then walk in your footsteps and miss your missteps.
Oh, as we wrap up, how can people follow? How can people, go to the event?
So follow the Young Creatives page, Young Creatives Baltimore on Instagram. You could follow me at Trendy Negus. That's trendy.negus on Instagram. You can also follow my Facebook, Malik Minor, and that's pretty much how you would keep up with the event.
Well, thank you, sir. Great job. Look forward to the event.
Yes.
All right, let's check weather with Wyatt. What's going on, Wyatt?
Thanks, Mark. And let's start off by taking a look at New York City. Let's go points north. The reason why, they've got the sunshine too, but they may encounter a little smoke this afternoon across the Big Apple, because we've got some Canadian wildfire action, and some of that smoke could drift as far south, we think, as New York, certainly up into the New England states. The good news is I think most of this smoke is going to stay north of the Philadelphia area at least, and that means also north of Maryland, north of Baltimore. So here I think it's primarily the sunshine. And as we look at future scan, I don't even think we see much in the way of cloud cover until we get into the late afternoon. Just a few fair weather clouds. Again, the smoke, though, looking like it's going to stay off to the north for now. Temperatures, how about those? Already mild out there this morning. Widespread low 70s, climbing into the 80-degree plus range as we work into this afternoon. So definitely unseasonably warm. But you know what? A great opportunity to get out, do that yard work, overseed the lawn, do the aerating, get those fall planting done, because, that is the type of weather you want for that type of work, into the low 80s. And the sunshine will hold the next several days. So if you do plant some items, probably gonna have to water them for the next few days as well. Now, the fresh, cool blast coming in by the weekend, likely to bring some showers with it and also delight the fall weather fans out there. But summer weather fans, you like this. Double-barreled high pressure just means sinking air, calm conditions, a lot of sunshine, and in this case, some unseasonably warm weather as well. Large surf off the Maryland beaches today because low pressure continues to churn up the Atlantic a bit. Other than that, though, it's all about the temperatures. The trend, very warm, and that continues right through the end of the week. However, on the 7-day forecast, here is the big change coming. Friday into Saturday, cooler conditions and showers becoming quite likely as we go into the first half of the weekend. Remember, you can always get the latest weather online at foxbaltimore.com.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Prudential.
September is Life Insurance Awareness Month, and it's a perfect time to address the misunderstandings about life insurance policies. Here to break down life insurance as a part of a comprehensive financial plan is financial expert Shirley-Ann M. Robertson. Shirley-Ann, how are you?
Wonderful. Thanks so much for having me.
So how important is life insurance in a comprehensive financial plan?
It's very important. It's very important. So let me first sort of level set and give you this background. 30-some years in the financial services industry. And the number one question I start my conversations with, if something were to happen, if you were to die today, would anyone suffer from your death financially? Now, if you answer that question yes, then absolutely you need life insurance.
What age should people consider purchasing life insurance, and are you ever too young or too old to do so?
The right time is now. And no, you're not too young, you're not too old. Life insurance to protect your mortgage, pay off debt. Make sure you leave your family financially whole. Because yes, they're going to miss you emotionally when you're gone, but you don't want them to be financially devastated when you were to pass away.
I like how you called us seasoned. Yes, we're seasoned. I like that word, okay? Now, most people think of life insurance as a safety net for final expenses. How can policyholders benefit from having life insurance while they're still living?
So life insurance has evolved. Life insurance is no longer just about death benefit. It absolutely is about the living side. And I'll use myself as a scenario where here it is, I have various layers of life insurance policies. The first layer speaks to the critical care access, the terminal access, where if I ever got ill, those policies would activate and pay the death benefit while I'm living. My next layer says that I, being the key person of my company, monies will be paid to my partner to make sure that my company continues. The third layer pays money into my trust. And in my trust, I have very specific instructions of exactly how those dollars should be dispersed. And then the fourth layer, yes, there's a fourth layer, is the cash value part of it. And that, again, is another living benefit where I can access tax-free money today, or I can wait till my retirement and use it as part of my overall retirement strategy. So clearly you see that life insurance is no longer just about the death benefit. It absolutely is a living benefit.
Where can we go to learn more?
I'm glad you asked. www.prudential.com. You can locate me to have that one-on-one confidential financial conversation or reach out to my colleagues. But the website also has additional information to talk about the financial calculators. So make sure you connect with us and make sure you connect with us soon.
Great information, great job, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Taylor Swift welcomed fans to New York last night when she showed up to support her rumored boyfriend. Up next, you tell it. Are you Team Tavis? Swifties had something to celebrate when pop superstar showed up to last night's Chiefs game to support Travis Kelce. Taylor's fans are obsessed with the potential relationship, with some even saying it inspired them to start watching football. And we wanted you to tell it. Are you excited about the Travis and Taylor relationship, or do you want to focus more on the game? 80% of you said you're not excited and just want to watch football. Oh, a little hateration there. Okay. Great show lined up for tomorrow. Lady T sits down with the host of Karamo for a behind-the-scenes look you don't want to miss.
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@foxbaltimore.com.
Enjoyed this great weather today. Thanks for inviting us to your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll see you tomorrow. Get out there.